love Olivia Colman.
This is it. The moment when we are finally damned. Riots have started and there is already blood in the streets. Olympia has gone dark and I get the feeling we won't make it. Reach isn't coming for us. Well, okay, Reach is new, Anthony. Reach isn't coming
This is
for
part of the
us.
Halo franchise.
My computer overheats because I don't have a desk, so I'm sitting on the floor. And I'm propping my computer up on Mario Kart 8 and Halo Reach right now, so it's appropriate. Reach isn't coming for us. The damned government isn't going to help us out. I locked my door. At this point, it might be better to wait. Try to get a recording down of Try to get a record down of who I was. Maybe they'll find it before they burn my body. I have nothing to be sorry for, nothing to apologize. If you are still alive, I love you. Keep going. I really like this game.
I feel like keep going is a not so subtle coded message to you. I feel like that's a promise that there is an end to this.
Do you think that is the creative director on Ice Water Games on this game talking directly to the player?
I may be going too far, but I feel like that is a not unreasonable thing to write if you are basically trying to convince the player that there is an ending.
This game is so focused as well. This game is so focused. Like, Gone Home is remarkably focused, and even it includes in-jokes to stuff.
Yeah. It couldn't resist just being part of the BioShock universe, even though it's a story about a young girl finding her sexuality. Well,
right.
Nah, fuck it. What if Rapture still existed here, though?
This is just like, yep, great, cool. Also, I don't mean to alarm anybody, but I think I'm lost. Actually, my first priority right now is to find some tinder, so I'm just going to look around in the woods so I can find some tinder so I can cook these fish. I'm sorry, Talking Cats, survivalism's got in the way right now. Also, it's really interesting that this is a survival game which actually addresses, libertarianism and stuff like that.
Yeah, and it's a survival game that the narrative texture is about immortality, so it's about survival on a global scale, not just you
absolutely
finding grapes.
And again, this as well is like another bait and switch thing in that immortality and questions of immortality are obviously very important in games. I say that like it's a fact. That's not a fact. What am I talking about? They're not obviously very important in games. What am I doing here? Writing a thesis? No, they're questions that I think come up a lot. And games often try and address them, except this game didn't, and then it did. Or maybe it did all along. I don't know. I've hit a highway. I'm gonna go bumbling off the highway to look for some tinder, though. Tinder's hard to find, man.
For a second, I actually blanked and thought you were talking about the hookup app.
The hookup app, really Tinder. Confused. Yeah, I can get that on my Lux device. There's an app for everything. Alright, actually screw it. I'm going to find the road. I'm going to head in the correct direction and hope that I meet some tinder along the way. I love these cars, these weird boxy cars. They're talking about the BioShock reference in Gone Home in the chat.
Yep.
It's in there.
Which I love. I love shared universes. It's the dumbest, most childish thing, but I really like the idea of it.
This road is running east-west, which makes me think it's probably this road here. So I'm going to follow it east, which is this direction. I'm working so hard here to read a compass. Good. Okay, I'm going the right way. If I got lost in the wilderness, I could survive. Definitely. I know what I'm doing. Virtuous Fear says, you can find plenty of things through aimless wandering. That's this game's tagline. Aimless things are out here somewhere. Also, I think as well, if I was recommending this game to somebody, I wouldn't want to spoil the surprise. I think I'd probably tell them that it was a survival game.
Yeah, I would tell them that. I'd say it's a survival game with an ending, and probably leave it at that.
Well,
Because
but
certainly my
does it have an ending, Anthony? We
I
don't know.
as long as it gets into the next thing, like because when I picked this up, I thought, okay, it's a survival game, so I played it for 2 hours, left it on for 9 more, unfortunately, and then stopped. And
Mm.
now seeing things that I'm seeing in your game, I'm flabbergasted that these are even in the same game.
So
And I think,
interestingly, when you got into this venture all these years ago, by which I mean this stream, what were you anticipating? Playing a survival game?
yeah, I was anticipating that you were just finding some really interesting, like cloud formations and really cool mountains, and that you were like so zen and so you had the heart of Henry David Thoreau beating within you, and you were just like, oh, look at this lovely waterfall, and that's what this was going to be. I didn't realize I was signing up for like glowing cats and fucking lost hatches and
So you were like, oh,
skyscrapers.
I'll just come along and watch a British person get excited about a waterfall.
I thought it was the most British. I was basically would be part of the most chill British calm thing imaginable. That's what I assumed.
Right. Well, as British people, we are known for our calm, um, and absolutely not a cultural history of neuroticism. These with the past of vanished lands, of all the reign of kings across the sea, old conquerors. Oh, this is Britain.
I love that you were like, oh, we're not known for calm, and then recited a poem in a lovely accent.
I'll start again. These with the past of vanished lands, of all the reign of kings across the sea, old conquerors, old campaigns, old sailors' voyages, joining Eidolons. Isn't that the one that you described earlier?
Yeah,
So they're looping. They are drawing from a
yeah,
a
it could
pool.
be it could be a random chunk. That's the weird thing about randomness that I found when I played Spelunky with Tom Francis a lot was it's very very easy to try to ascribe patterns to randomness.
Oh yes. Also, yeah. Or like I've been working with some procedurally generated storytelling at the moment, or comparatively recently, and it keeps making the same things happen over and over again, even though it is working with randomness. Um,
Hmm.
and my pool is big enough that that shouldn't be happening, but it's just like, no, god damn it.
Yeah, there was some experiment that this school teacher does with her kids all the time to teach them about randomness to try to scare them away from gambling, where she has like two groups. One of them um, flips an actual coin 100 times and writes down all the results, and the other group, she says, just flip an imaginary coin in your head 100 times and write down all the answers, and
Oh
then she leaves
man.
the room, and then she comes back in and goes, "That one's the real one," immediately, because the real one has like a run of 12 heads in a row, and we as people just naturally assume like, well, that could never happen. That's like the chances that are 1 in a million. It's like, no, the chances that are like almost 100%, because that's how randomness works.
Man. There's a fire over here that I'm almost certain I lit, because I've never encountered lit fires before in the game. But there's a chance that I might not have lit it, and somebody else might have lit it.
That's intriguing.
Was it you?
I hope so. I secretly just a Dark Souls sort of system where I could just
Oh.
influence the game.
They were talking about this in the chat earlier. They were like, "You have invaded Jack's Eidolon," um, which just sounds menacing, frankly. I love the way cooking works. You just stand by a fire, and
Oh yeah, it's no muss, no fuss. It's great.
as opposed to Daisy's cooking system, where the first part of cooking in Daisy is you need to understand philosophically what a fire is. Then you need to stand by it, but not too close. So first you
No.
need to craft a ruler to work out how close you need to stand by the fire. Then you need to have accumulated a small library of cookbooks. You need to have given some of those away and received different cookbooks in return from your friends. Then it's probably a good idea to start laying out ingredients. The actual cooking process in Daisy is, I believe, 715 steps, including a piece of downloadable content. Um,
You have to actually beat Dark Souls at Soul Level 1 and then go back into Daisy. They can actually talk to one another.
right, yes, absolutely. Man, I would love. No, I wouldn't. I was about to say I would love if this game had the place that Daisy does in, like, in terms of money and the wider cultural conversation and stuff. But then I kind of wouldn't, because I think a lot of why this game works is that people don't know what it is, which is a really weird marketing and design technique.
It's kind of strange that it's still not more well known though, because I mean like there was a pretty decent period of time there where Starseed Pilgrim was, you know, the game on everyone's lips because holy shit, once you find out what Starseed Pilgrim actually is, it changes everything.
I
in your
don't think I
perception of
still
the game.
quite know what Starseed Pilgrim is. I've played a good chunk of it and been very poor at it.
Yeah, I'm in the same kind of bucket.
Is that like a
But
less equipped boat? That you're
yeah, boats are for cool people that know how to build things in Starseed Pilgrim.
Right,
What
but-
we are in is a bucket where we try to go after the little key things in the dark world. To go, oh, I guess that didn't work.
in? Yeah, I'm just
maybe
bad
I'll
at
look it up
doing
online.
this. I think part of it as well is I'm bad at the loop.
Mhm.
Or maybe that's not the loop, I don't know. But no, it's very strange. It's very strange. I'd give this game a BAFTA.
Give it yours.
I don't have one. Just like give it the BAFTA I don't have. The Fulbright company has that.
Oh yeah, they got fucking awards to spare.
I think they only won one BAFTA. And to be fair, if they were only going to win one BAFTA, I'd prefer that it was in my category than they won no BAFTA at all.
Yes, of course.
They made a good thing, and it was good to see them hold up gold faces as a result of it.
Did you see the stream that Anita and Carolyn did?
I
of Gone Home?
didn't. That
so
stream
good.
went live just after we finished streaming, and I was exhausted and was about to go to
Stream
bed.
fatigue. Yeah.
I was about to. I should probably watch it on the VOD if Twitch hasn't muted it or something.
It has now joined the ranks, or this stream has now joined the ranks of that stream for me, which is like the first time the first time I had ever seen a stream about a game that did not have any negativity in the comments, literally at all. And this stream is now
thank you so much.
part of that, which is the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, it's Stream Friends is, it's a really nice place. I like our community. It's really, and also the fact that our community lets us play stuff like this, where we just wander around.
Yeah, there were also people
Talk
in
about
the
Doctor Who.
comments mentioning that like you had played the Lost game or something as well.
Oh, we played Lost Via Demus. This was before I was there. Also, if you watch the stream, I've just focused the camera on the green glow where the beacon used to be, so you can get some sense of what this actually looks like. Also, so the Lost game, Janine described us a while back as like the tapas of video game streaming services, which I think is great. I'm gonna climb this hill, see if I can see anything. And I like that a lot. I like the fact that we can get away with streaming.
Yeah, what that tells me is that you have one of the more patient fan bases of people on Twitch.
Yeah, we do okay. They do okay. Thank you so much for coming and joining. By the way, it's been a real pleasure.
Oh yeah, I've enjoyed it very much.
I think I'm gonna find one more thing, and then I'm probably gonna call it because it's getting a little late here.
Right on. But yeah, thank you for having me.
It's anytime. I should keep my promise about doing a Far Cry 2 stream sometime soon when we do Far Cry 2 again. You should
I
come
would love
join
that.
us.
My favorite game.
Is it your favorite game?
It might be tied with Splunky or second to Splunky, but it's definitely top two.
Really?
Yeah,
It's
I feel like that's the Blade Runner of video games. In that, in 20 years, we're all going to be looking back, going, "Ah, fuck, that was way better than we thought it was." Fuck.
I think I'm probably going to aim for. I'm trying to work out what's probably going to be comparatively near. I'm sort of walking up this coastal path here. So if I go in, I tell you what, I'll have a nap. Hopefully it'll be easy for me to see something in the morning. Bronze Snake says, "Well, I came because I noticed Anthony was streaming with another person." Hi, welcome to Stream Friends. I'm Anthony Birch. You're watching
Jack
Stream
Keith.
Friends. Yeah.
My BAFTA is bigger than anything you've seen in your entire life. I have to have a second castle in my London home for it.
I wrote more great jokes more fast than you've ever seen before.
I wrote more rhymes that make you think and feel nice and cozy inside. I wrote a game that is basically the interactive equivalent of a warm cup of chocolate and a hug.
Oh, that's very kind of you to say. Thank you. That was kind of our intention. It's we wanted somebody to tell you a picture book and it to feel like you'd been told a picture book by
Oh no,
somebody who
absolutely.
cares about you. So this one's weird. The old urge, based on the ancient pinnacles, low, newer, higher pinnacles, from science and the modern, still impelled, the old urge, Eidolons.
Pinnacles is a really good word to repeat twice in the same line.
Peninsula.
Ah, good usage. Well done.
Thank you. I just snuck it in there. Yeah. I mean, so another thing that I like about this game is they are absolutely nailing these dream passages in terms of conjuring a specific writing style and a specific feel, to the point where, at least initially, I believed them to be actual verses from elsewhere that had been pulled from some
Absolutely.
open source text.
I thought it was just being. It was. Initially, I thought this game was just proving how much smarter it was than me by like throwing arcane poetry at me. And
Yeah.
so I was like, oh no, this is actually
But
relevant.
it's not. The writer has written all this stuff as well as Talking Cats. It's the same
Yeah.
writing team, which is amazing.
Yeah, it's not that he's read more than you. He's just a much better writer than you think he is.
Yeah, or they are. I
Or
don't
they-
know.
Actually, I don't know.
I don't know the size of Ice Water Games or the size of the writing team. I'm a little turned around in the mist. I'm a little turned around in the fog on the mist. Devious Vacuum says, if Jack was a snack, he'd probably be a cup of hot chocolate and a hug. That's very sweet of you, although please don't eat me. Please, don't. I don't recommend it.
No promises.
Cannibalism.
I feel like don't knock it till you try it.
Cannibalism?
That's kind of my stance on things
On
in
ca-
general and cannibalism in
right.
particular. Yeah,
Are you a vegetarian?
I am.
I
But-
think that would also be a bit of a problem for you.
Yeah, it'd be inconsistent
Yeah.
logically, but though, you know, what if it was? I'm just saying I want to eat you. That's all I'm saying. Is it's a normal thing. It's a thing friends do.
Right.
Don't make it weird. Stop making it weird.
Stop.
You're making
Why
it
are you
weird.
making it weird? You're making it weird right now. Why are you doing that? All I want to do is just to have a little nibble. I don't think cannibalism would be a very good idea.
And a hug. I mentioned the hug
Yes.
before or after.
Circadian Wolf says, yo guys, I had a phone call. Did I miss any new green orbs? Did Circadian Wolf miss any new green orbs? What did we get? We got...
But I saw.
Oh, the riots. We got a note from Jamie. We got the handwritten thing about the bridge, and Talking Cats was the last one. I love the way that Mission Biotex is a green whale, which could just be like, green, save the whales, or it could be a glowing whale.
Never can tell.
No, yeah, you can't tell. My phone's going to die in a bit, so I won't be able to see the chat. So this is when they're all horrible. Please don't be horrible. This game
I know
could...
Circadian Wolf is being really legitimate when he says, I saw those, thanks Jack, smiley face, but I like to imagine you just said it with a really shitty attitude. I
What?
saw those, thanks Jack!
Oh, God, I saw them. God.
Sorry,
Tell
I
me something
interrupted you horribly.
Tell me something I don't know. No, I was just going to say that one of the things that I think is kind of cool about this game is that we kind of touch... Man, look at these hills! Again, a sort of like a vague, but only shocked by like interesting landscape reaction is what you need to do.
Yes, absolutely. Wow.
Yeah, okay, that works.
Was that it? It was pretty
Yeah.
understated, but
It was pretty, yeah, but I mean, the understatement works.
it implied that like I've lived a life where I've seen this kind of thing before, so it's not mind
Also,
blowing.
I've seen-
But that
I've
even
s-
amongst all that,
Yeah, exactly. I've seen our glowing dot, by the way. I've seen
Yeah.
the glowing dot that we want to collect. It's just over there. I'm
Oh.
gonna pick it up. As I walk down this road that's covered in presumably grass and moss. Something that's nice as well is the game is so impressionistic, but occasionally I get an image of what it would look like, like in real life, with this grass and these rolling hills and the birds and pine trees and the light coming through the clouds and stuff. It'd be a really beautiful landscape. This is above a car. Do we think that it was the person in the car? The audio log is found within, or the journal is found within this car? What is it? More tweets. Hashtag Jamie Lives. Ayla Tizo says, there was a blue light coming from a shack on the shore of Ozette Lake. Hashtag Jamie Lives. I wonder if that shack's there. I wonder if we'll find something there. Love the Night says, one of those glowing freaks put a guy to sleep at this bar last night. Boxer Boy says, I saw a cop get hit in a shootout, then get revived by somebody with blue hands. St. Kira says, out hunting and a Senin scared away my target. How arrogant are these guys? And then Jeanne Alchemy says, want to be the talk of the town? Let Jeanne Alchemy help you get noticed. Jeanne Alchemy, of course, creates a recent fashion startup that lets you embed LEDs in the skin around your upper arms, shoulders, and across your back that make you glow.
Oh, that's great.
But they make you glow, so some people think you're a Senin. So, these people thought I was a Senin, so I don't think Senins are glowing because they have Jeanne prosthetics.
They just naturally glow?
Jeanne... Maybe it has something to do with the beacons. Jeanne prosthetics exist because Senins glow naturally, and people want to look like Senins.
Okay, so now I actually might get why you might want a glowing cat. If your whole family is glowing, you don't want this one little imperfect being sitting around not fucking glowing. You want to, at least imply
right, absolutely.
that...
Do you have a cat?
I don't.
You have birds, right?
I have a single bird who is the best, yes.
Does it have a name?
She is called Beast because she is a mutant, like an X-Man.
Does she glow?
Not yet. She has to reach her final evolution stage.
Right.
No,
if she did glow, what color? So if you went to what are they called? Mission Chemical or whatever, and they made Beast to glow, what color would you pick?
I would pick blue.
Because
you
what
you
sort
don't
of a blue?
often
Like
get
a sky blue?
glow. Like a royal blue, because usually that kind of glowing color is reserved exclusively for stupid sci-fi stuff,
right,
when you're getting teleported and stuff. And I think that I would like to turn around that sort of public perception of blue glowing into something that's more down to earth, more naturey.
Yeah. In the sense of a glowing bird called Beast.
Yeah, I feel like it's a good way to smash the patriarchy. Is basically
what's Beast doing right now?
Right now, she is at our friend Katie's, presumably staring at a rabbit, because both Davis and I had to travel separately just by coincidence this weekend, and she's who she stays with while we're gone. And Davis hasn't come back yet, so she's still over there.
She's still hanging out, looking at a rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
We got a rabbit. It's called Henry. It's not mine. It's my sister's. It's nice. It's nice. It's friendly.
Henry's a very good name for a rabbit.
It's not a very intelligent creature, because I don't think rabbits are, but it's nice. I like it.
They don't need to be. If I was that attractive, I wouldn't read anymore.
It's soft. You wouldn't need to read. No, you just be stroked.
No.
And
if I was as cute as a bunny or a David Tennant, I would kind of just stare at people until they gave me what they assumed I needed.
Do you not think that you would also become an incredibly talented and professional actor who had a very wide range of comic and serious roles?
No, I just have sex with literally everyone in the world.
And run away from Daleks.
That's all I've ever wanted.
To run away from Daleks, yeah, absolutely. And have sex with literally everybody in the world. Alright, I'm going to save the game here. So, this is Eidolon. A game about everything. I said that I wasn't going to stream it after I streamed the first one, but literally the moment I finished the stream, I realized that I needed to play more of this game. Because discovering it with people is a lot more fun than discovering it on my own, even though discovering it on my own is pretty magical. I really, really recommend it. It's pretty good, and I'm probably going to play some more of it in future here on streamfriends.tv. My name is Jack DeKeat. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at NotQuiteReal, and at my game studio, thetalltreesgames.co.uk. The site is unfortunately down at the moment. We know about that. That's because somebody accidentally kicked the lead out of the back of the internet. and we're trying to work out how to put it back in. My special guest tonight has been Anthony Birch. Anthony, where can people find you?
Right behind you.
Oh,
Call
God!
coming inside the house all along.
No.
I'm on
Amazing that you
Twitter
managed to mask your voice there.
I'm at Reverend Anthony on Twitter, and if you like really bad video game related sketch comedy that's surreal and not really sketch comedy, then it's youtube.com/HAWP official.
What does that stand for?
Hey Ash, what you playing? Ash is my sister. She's the star of the show, and she is why you will watch it. I exist to justify her. I mean, she's the, like, you don't watch Abbott and Costello to watch Abbott. You watch because Costello is funny, and she is Costello.
I actually only watch it for the tonks.
The tonks?
Yes, the tonks. You did some tonks
right.
recently.
Yes, we did a video on tonks, because if you sponsor us and give us money to make a video for you, then we will repay you by making a nonsense video where we make fun of the fact that your game is about tanks implicitly in a weirdly shitty backhanded way.
Uh-huh. Well, you learn all about tonks if you watch that video.
Yep.
It's pretty good. Also, you write games, don't you? Do you?
I do, yes. If you want to play a game that I wrote, you could play Borderlands 2 and its DLC, or you could go to heyash.com and play, like, the Twine game I made for my wife. Yeah.
Good cheerleading. Good cheerleading.
Yeah.
As always, you can watch us live. By us, I mean the stream friends, not Anthony. Anthony doesn't hang out here as often as he should. You can watch us live here at twitch.tv/streamfriends, or if you're watching the archives, that's where you see it live. If you want to watch the archives, you can go to streamfriends.tv, where we are gradually attempting to seemingly play every video game in the world. We hope to get there someday. We have been the Stream Friends. We hope to see you sometime soon. Bye bye bye.